everyone. Welcome into Bleacher Talk. I'm Claudia Collins alongside Jordan Spurgeon. And we're located right now at Westwood High School, and we're talking all things Mesa School District football. So we're going to hear from tons of coaches from around the Mesa schools. Super exciting. We get to talk all things fall football, which is just around the corner, Spurge, believe it or not. It is.
It's coming up fast. We had a great time, though. So many guys that we got to catch up with, and you're going to see so many different faces. You'll see Eliav Gabai all throughout. You'll probably see Jordan Ham pop up a couple times during
Maybe
some interviews.
I
guess Cody Cameron's all right. Tommy Eubanks makes an appearance at some point. He's pretty cool, I guess. And it's a good time getting to see everybody. And here's some of that.
And you getting flowers from Cody Cameron over here. We've got District Athletic Director. Yes. Rarely likes to be nice, but I guess in your favor. District Athletic Director Tommy Eubanks here. And, this is a fantastic event and really, in ways, the first of its kind. So, first of all, congratulations for putting this together. Biggest district in Arizona.
Yeah.
So it really is, a mission putting this together. What's it like on your end, making this showcase happen?
Yeah, it's been great. It's something we've been talking about the last couple of years to make it kind of all work and come together. And, working with Brad and your team and having kind of a close relationship and other facets of different things we do throughout the year with media days, et cetera. Kind of when we got together with Jonathan from Bamboo and Brad and kind of said, hey, what do you think this could look like? Everyone was like, yeah, this is awesome. So yeah, I think you're right that this is the first, and I think other people will see the ability to stream it live and have the interviews and do all the cool stuff and just promote the kids and what we do. I think it's just going to continue to grow throughout the state. So.
The showcases in general across the state have been incredible to see the growth. It started with a district or two, maybe having this idea back in 2019 and kind of getting it rolling. And now pretty much every district, every school region, they've got them going on. What's it like just knowing this Arizona community wants to do this? Because it's great for everybody involved. It's great for the kids because the college recruiters come and see them. It's great for the coaches. They can meet some more recruiters that are in other guys' Rolodex.
Yep.
What's it like for you to see this?
Yeah, it's been a pretty cool evolution. So back when I was the athletic director at Desert Vista High School, when these first started, they were kind of one-offs at different schools. And then I actually connected with Coach Peterson at Red Mountain at the time, and then Coach Mons at Saguaro, and us as kind of the main event holders coordinated to kind of block off 1 week for this is the week for college coaches to come. And that's how it kind of all started. And then you started seeing the West Valley pop up, and then the Phoenix Union Showcase, and it kind of grew from there. And but yeah, it's just going to continue to get bigger and bigger.
I think that's just a testament to the way talent has grown here in Arizona. I mean, even from me starting out here 4 or 5 years ago, I feel like I've seen it grow before my own eyes. From your perspective, how important are things like this for exposure? I mean, the exposure is there, don't get me wrong. Coaches are here every chance they get. But how have you seen that exposure grow, and how do things like this really become a testament to what Arizona high school sports look like?
Right. Yeah, I mean, look at all the talent that's getting drafted into professional sports from Arizona. And, you have 40, 50 schools out there right now watching all our kids. And I think that's the goal of these showcases, to make it easier for them. And not that they have to have an excuse to come out to Arizona, but the weather is just awesome, and being able to see hundreds of kids all in one sitting is just, again, you're just trying to make it easier for the college coaches to want to come to Arizona, see a bunch of schools all at once, and get on and do their job. So it's been a huge success. Yeah, it's been awesome.
And even here in Mesa, I was talking about it with Jordan Ham up in the booth earlier, and these recruiters, they only have so much time, and so in this district specifically, I'm sure plenty are always out at Red Mountain, plenty are always out at Mountain View. Bobby Newcomb now at Dobson, he'll be getting guys there, but to have them all in one place, it gives these guys an opportunity to play it. Unless you're a Power 4 recruit, sometimes you have to be in more of these situations where they're coming to you to kind of see you find that fit academically, football-wise, whatever the level is. So just seeing that, so many more kids are going to get opportunities if they want to play at the next level, no matter their talent or their skills, that they can have those coaches come out. What's it like for you?
Yeah, it's you see kind of every level of school, and just like there's every level of student athlete. So, in certain circumstances in the past, kids wouldn't ever get this opportunity. And that's really what it is creating opportunities for kids and giving them this best experience. The majority of kids in high school football are not going to go to the next level, right? What's the percentage? 3% go on and play in the next level. So what can we do as educators, and in my role specifically as a district athletic director, what can I do to create that experience for them that they'll never forget? And this is just one of those opportunities. Whether a kid gets to go to the next level or not, they're out there and they're in front of a college right now competing. And that's something that they'll be able to tell their kids when they're older. So it's about creating lasting memories and giving them opportunities and having fun at the sport that they love. So.
You talk about this being all about giving kids opportunity. Mm-hmm. That's something that, I'll give Mesa School District their flowers. That Mesa School District individually does a wonderful job of. And, we were hearing you guys talking in the booth, talking about all the upgrades that many of these programs have had, new weight rooms, new fields. I mean, they're playing on a gorgeous field today.
Yep.
How important, at the end of the day, you're like, a field is a field, a locker room's a locker room, but how do you think that impacts the drive of these guys? And maybe just these little things that, come with a dollar sign sometimes, actually do have an impact.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it goes back to what I said before of creating the experiences. 97% of these kids aren't going to go on to play college, but they got to work out in an elite weight room that they took pride in. Right. And they get to have the fancy locker room. Right. And they get to have the film room where they can, they just everything that they could want or the coaches want exists here. And so it's really fun. And it's a priority for us. We have, Westwood just put in their weight room last year with Samson equipment, which is elite stuff. We're working on their locker rooms. They're going to be happening this summer. And that exact scenario exists all throughout all the Mesa schools. So it's been really fun, and something I take a lot of pride in is the facilities. So
that was a tease to us moving over to the weight room. You were going to show us some reps.
Do some cleans. Yeah.
So the rotator cuff just healed up. I guess I can get in there too.
Yeah, there you go.
But doubling down on that too, I heard Cody mention it, and it plays a lot of roles. Like you said, it gives them that experience. But then too, over the last decade plus, a lot of the top talent in this area would, because it's open enrollment state, they'd go on to Chandler, they'd go on to Saguaro, they'd go on to the West, they'd go wherever. How have you seen these investments start keeping the top players? Because I think it's the investments, I think it's the people that have been hired, hiring like a Bobby Newcomb, Kyle Enders being an alum of Red Mountain, Brandon Large being an alum of Westwood, they care about the community. How have you seen sort of all those things start keeping Mesa kids in Mesa?
That's been a big part of it. The first thing I did when I came in as the district athletic director, and my former boss, who's since retired, Holly Williams, I asked her to go on a tour, and we went and looked at 7 or 8 different high schools. Just to look at their facilities, look at their weight rooms, look at their locker rooms, look at their gyms, see what exists, and kind of compare it to what we're doing here. And it was evident at that time we had to make some significant changes for the exact things that you said, because it is an open enrollment state. Kids can go look at other places to attend. And I'm not, to be perfectly blunt, I'm not in the game of wanting anyone else's kids. I just want my kids to stay here. And so I'm a big proponent of community schools, because the aspect of students transferring that people really don't think about is, yes, open enrollment's fun and it's fine, but imagine if you were at the super elite school that competes year in, year out for whatever champion it is, and you grew up across the street from that school, and you're a pretty good player. So you can kind of sense where I'm going from that. I grew up cheering for this school, and then I'm ready to go as a freshman, and then 5 kids come in, and I never play.
Yeah,
it's that's the byproduct of the open enrollment when it comes to athletics. So I like I said, I'm a Mesa proponent. I'd rather have my community kids here and compete and we'll see what happens with our Mesa kids.
I mean, we saw what happened last season. 2 teams that are here playing today obviously got the opportunity to, go to the playoffs, attempt a state title. You know, what are you expecting this season after last year?
Yeah. Coach Litton just knocked it out of the park, man. There at ASU, and I would have loved to have seen a healthy Brady Goodman getting after it. And so I'm excited to see what they're going to do this year. He's really good. Coach Litton does an awesome job, and so does Coach Enders, and like you said, Bobby Newcomb, Coach Hathcock, Adam Schermeyer out at Skyline, Coach Large here at Westwood. I mean, we got things going in the right direction. I'm really happy with the staffs that we have across the district, and I'm excited.
I can bank when I want, where I want.
I can show my school spirit with every purchase.
I get rewarded for all I do with them, like a rate discount on my first auto loan.
And they partner with the school I always root for.
Hey guys. Hey, how's it going? All right, ready, let's go. I'm so excited.
This is a Santan Ford announcement.
Santan Ford is taking delivery of over 500 new cars and trucks. All models are priced for immediate sale to make room for more arrivals. Don't wait. Head to Tim Hovey's Santan Ford in Gilbert.
We are Santan Ford.
Nothing brings people and families together faster than sharing food. Great friends, memories, and good times. For over 2 generations, Valle Luna has served you the food that brought you together, and we've been proud to do so. We're fortunate to have been a part of so many stories, gatherings, and traditions that continue on today and will tomorrow. Start a tradition of your own. Come taste authentic Sonoran-style food with your family and friends here with us at Valle Luna.
Visit us at Harrah's Auction Casino in the city of Maricopa, where you'll find play for all and friendly people ready to welcome you like family.
Welcome back, you two.
As the official sponsor of Play and the only casino in Arizona with Caesars Rewards, see what a difference it makes to play where your fun is our top priority. Harrah's Auction Casino. Play for all.
What would you need to experience life in full motion? Expertise to provide the best care, unsurpassed training and technique. It requires the best orthopedic surgeons. Ortho Arizona.
I can bank when I want, where I want.
There are no hidden fees. I checked the fine print.
They give back to the community I'm working to conserve.
And they partner with the school I always root for.
Hey guys. Hey, how's it going? All right, ready, let's go. I'm so excited.
Down here, we've got Mountain View head coach Andy Litton. And coach, you're coming off your first season in Mountain View. You get to the 6A title game, and you're here in spring ball now, year 2.
Yeah.
What's the same? What's different? What's going on?
It's nice because we can really kind of jump in, and a lot of our guys know our system. They know our coaching staff. So there's a lot of similarity, but we're still navigating the new with the younger guys. And so we're trying to figure out like everybody is, who we are and what we have. And, I think that we've done a good job so far.
I think a lot of us in the state know who you are, what you have. One of the first things that come to mind is your quarterback, Brady Goodman. We were talking before we went on air here, navigating the spring.
Yeah.
He's a baseball player, a star baseball player, let's say.
Yeah.
You also mentioned your top two quarterbacks, him and another, also play baseball. So you're kind of working on developing those younger guys. But what is it like navigating spring football when you've got, maybe Brady running in late from a game, he catches the last 30 minutes of practice? What's that like?
So, our top two quarterbacks, Brady and Brock White, who both played and won the game last night. It's good because it allows us to kind of really focus on the younger guys and get them caught up to speed. We spent a whole lot more time on defense, which we've changed things up from last year on our defense. We have a new defensive coordinator, Brian Lynn, who's done a really good job. And so it's kind of allowed us to focus on what we needed to focus on. And then when Brady and Brock are out there, they're, a lot of times they're just watching and coaching. So they've really helped the younger guys come along too, off of, learning the system. And I think that you really truly know it when you can coach it and you can teach it. And I think that they're taking that next step.
I kind of want to bounce off of that real quick, just because we talk about multi-sport athletes so much at Sports 360 AZ. There can be some hurdles to overcome when we're talking, spring football mixed with baseball, track, things like that. But what do you see as far as the value of having those guys that are involved in other things?
Well, I truly think that the baseball team is having success partly because we had success, right? So our guys that play on that team, they know how to win, they know how to prepare, and I think that they help that team, along with those other baseball players, learn how to win in those tight settings. And then in doing so, those guys, when they come back, they've had, stressful moments at the plate, in the field. And so I think that just translates to everything that we do in sports. And I think it just helps them in life, So you're going to see Brady come out here and be excited to play football because it's not the only thing he does. So I think it's really exciting for our guys to see baseball having the success they are.
While we're here, we were seeing some of the action already on the field with the first three schools. What do you think so far? Your guys are getting out there soon for this showcase, but what's it like being a part of a district that's, pushing the ledger a little bit on what these showcases do and, being able to connect all these coaches to these young players?
I think that Mesa District is one of the most refreshing districts that I've worked for to date. They love sports. They really try to help in any kind of way, whether it be facilities, getting coaches on campus, putting on events like this, supporting the teams that are having success, and then helping those teams that might be struggling to kind of break out. And so I think that this district really prioritizes all, athletics, academics, everything. And I think that they really, truly want to be the best in everything that they do.
Feeding off of your season last year, make it to the 6A title game. Didn't end up the way we wanted it to be. And I say we because I picked you guys to win as well in our quick picks. But what are the things that you guys have learned from that? Obviously, there's extra drive because you've been there. You know what it takes. Yeah. What's the extra drive this season look like? What are you really working on?
I just see that the kids are as hungry as they ever have been. And being a coach that's won a state championship and a coach that's been in a state championship where we lost, I think that how you come out of that is kind of representative of how your season finishes, right? So a lot of our guys feel like they didn't finish what they went out to accomplish, and I think that that's helped them in the off season. You're going to see it on the field. It's helped them be excited about football, be excited about learning their spot. We have a lot of guys that are cross training in other spots that I didn't think that we were able to do last year, and so I just think that it's really helped us springboard in having a really great off season. Excuse me.
I want to ask about your schedule. What excites you about your schedule? I know coaches don't pick out one particular game. We don't care about rivalry, supposedly, but what do you like about your schedule?
I like that we play one of the best schedules in Arizona. We open up at Liberty, we play Basha, we play ALA Queen Creek. Those are all open teams. But the team that we're most excited for is Red Mountain. That's the one that we always look forward the most. And then Mesa is another great rivalry that we like. So we love that fact that we have those traditional rivalries on our schedule and that we get to play the best in Arizona.
Okay, so we do have a game underscored. I like
sure,
it.
yeah,
Thank you.
Keeping it real down here. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Unfinished business. Are there a lot of returners from last year's team? Yeah.
So all of our skills come back except for our outside wideout on offense. So, we have 2 talented tailbacks that come back from last year that got time. Talon Arnett, who broke the state record for touchdown receptions, comes back. Zach Galavisa is at the other slot. He's also playing some corner for us. And then Diego, our center, comes back, and then obviously Brady comes back. So all of our skill players come back. We got to figure out the 4 offensive linemen that we lost up front. On defense, Rain Curiel comes back. He's our top inside linebacker. Cannon Rabin, our outside linebacker that played. We have Brody Anderson, our safety, Myra in our corner. So about half of our team comes back, but we replace a lot of bigs. And so we're really excited about our guys coming back and finding those holes that we're missing right now.
I can bank when I want, where I want.
I can show my school spirit with every purchase.
I get rewarded for all I do with them, like a rate discount on my first auto loan.
And they partner with the school I always root for.
Hey, how's it going? All right, ready, let's go.
It's the model year-end kickoff sales event going on now at Burge Mazda. Now's the time to save on the very latest 2025 Mazda models, like a 2025 CX-5, just $299 a month, or the versatile CX-50, just $289 a month, or save with 2.9% financing on the luxurious CX-90. Now's the time to upgrade and save at Burge Mazda during the model year kickoff event. Come in and celebrate at Burge Mazda, Baseline and Country Club.
Ortho Arizona and my journey. My knees were shot, so I had double knee replacement, and I wanted the best in rehab. Ortho Arizona encouraged and pushed me in the process. Go to orthoarizona.org. That's orthoarizona.org.
Thanks, guys. Well, we've got a morning announcement, it sounds like, but we also have 2 student athletes here with us. I'm going to let you guys introduce yourself before we get started.
Elliot Reed.
Kyler Preston.
Hey, thank you guys for joining us. You know, we were just talking with your coach right before you jumped on here, and you guys are you both seniors? I know you're a rising senior, you as well. Yep. So, I mean, this is your 4th year under Coach Large, so you know him better than anybody else on the team, I would assume. What's it been like playing for him? How would you describe his coaching style and the way he's grown this program?
It's great. It's a lot of fun. His coaching style is really easy to understand, I'd say.
Yeah, I think he makes people want to be here. He makes people want to show up to practice, want to show up to lifts and stuff, and just makes the team more together.
What sort of strides have you guys seen from freshman year or early on in your careers now as you're approaching senior year that this program's been able to make?
A lot more people showing up, like consistently. A lot more people like actually bought into the program.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of the coaching they do is it's like a lot for the underclassmen, I'd say, and helping the underclassmen know like what it's going to be like when they get to varsity. And what that is not being lazy. It's showing up. It's doing everything you can, you know?
So you guys are both varsity guys. You've been in there for a little bit. How does that message to the younger guys, how are you trying to carry that on and continue to kind of show that example for them?
Just building leaders, like when they're like freshmen. So when we leave, there's more people to step up, more people that will fill our roles.
Yeah, again, it's like just helping them understand like what it's going to be like when they're on varsity.
You're at day 7 of spring football. What's spring football been like for you guys? Obviously, we've been blessed with amazing weather, which does not always happen in May. If anybody happens to not be watching from Arizona, this is great right now. But what has it been like this spring? What have you learned about your team, and maybe what has the bonding been like?
This spring ball has been amazing. The energy has been way higher than all the past years. I've became friends with a lot more people that I wasn't friends with previous years. And yeah, it's been great.
I can bank when I want, where I want.
There are no hidden fees. I checked the fine print.
They give back to the community I'm working to conserve.
And they partner with the school I always root for.
Hey guys. Hey, how's it going? All right, ready, let's go.
This is a Santan Ford announcement.
Santan Ford is taking delivery of over 500 new cars and trucks. All models are priced for immediate sale to make room for more arrivals. Don't wait. Head to Tim Hovey's Santan Ford in Gilbert.
We are Santan Ford.
Nothing brings people and families together faster than sharing food. Great friends, memories, and good times. For over 2 generations, Valle Luna has served you the food that brought you together, and we've been proud to do so. We're fortunate to have been a part of so many stories, gatherings, and traditions that continue on today and will tomorrow. Start a tradition of your own. Come taste authentic Sonoran-style food with your family and friends here with us at Valle Luna.
Let's talk about Venezia's Pizzeria. New York-style pizza. Oh, man, this looks so good. Pizza doughs made fresh daily, wings, subs, sandwiches, pasta. They cater, they deliver. They have 5 Valley locations. Venezia's New York-style Pizzeria.